friends, and welcome back to the channel. You're watching Project Dark Knight Horror, and I am your host, The Dark Knight. Today, we're going to be focusing on ghosts, poltergeists, and demons. We're going to take a deep dive into the world of the paranormal. So stick around until the very end to find out who the winners are of the last video's secret word. It's that time again. So close the door, shut the curtains, and turn off the lights, and go full screen as we get ready to watch Project Dark Knight Horror. Let's begin. The Haunted Dreamhouse. For our first chapter, we're taking a trip to North Carolina to join a construction worker and business owner, Slamori, aka Sam. Now, if you're a fan of the paranormal, you would have definitely heard of Slamori and his channel over on TikTok. He also has a YouTube channel as well as an Instagram, but he was mostly known as a creator from TikTok. Slamori first hit social media back in 2015 when he moved into a beautiful big dream house, showing everyone that hard work pays off. Even though he owned his own business, he was always working. Being on social media, his personal life was on display, and his viewers would always ask in the comments about his home and what he did for a living. So Sam would post videos of his work, whether it was on a construction site or underground, laying concrete or cleaning out dirty drains. Come rain or shine, Sam was always working, and it was that hard work that enabled him to purchase his dream home. But in 2015, when he moved in, he soon started noticing strange activity. Bumps and bangs late at night, footsteps moving throughout his house when he was all alone, and voices all around him. Day or night, he would see shadow figures, and so he decided to start filming the strange activity in his home, and he uploaded it to social media, and his haunting and channel went viral. Slamori started uploading content on the paranormal activity that was happening in his home all the way back from 2015 and right up to 2024 of this year, when 4 months ago he uploaded a shocking video revealing to all his fans and viewers that he was saying goodbye to social media for good. He gave his reasons for saying goodbye, which were personal, but he also said that he was proud of what he had achieved over the last 10 years. So, in memory of Slamori, and for all the content he gave us, I decided to cover his haunting as a thank you. So Sam, if you're watching, this one's for you. So like I said, Slamori moved into the house in 2015 and soon thereafter found out it was haunted. And so he started to do background research on the property and land, and he found out a few troubling details. Watch.
Starting off outside the house, the hot tub had two bodies side by side, one male, one female, roughly 3 feet deep, that were discovered when excavating the hot tub, and instead, the previous owners had the bodies removed from the premises and the hot tub still built in that location. Under the house, when they moved the house that was originally here and came back to undercut for stone, they discovered hideous amounts of grave markers, skulls, and bones, which were not reported and proceeded to be dumped in the river across the street. This septic tank in the 70s, the individual who owned the company that did this work said they discovered bones and they were removed from the premises, and the septic tank was still built there. Now, that is just the outside of the house. So now that we're inside the house, I'll go ahead and tell you, we'll start off with the least menacing things that have happened in the home and get progressively more gruesome as the video goes on. Starting off in the master bedroom, we have an old man that passed away at about 80 years old. The previous owner's husband passed away in that bedroom, and the house became too much maintenance for her, and that's why she decided to get rid of it. Not to say that we haven't had our fair share of incidents in that room. Now that we've talked about the master bedroom, we're going to head upstairs where things just begin to get weird, including this little door right here. So while nothing too particularly interesting has ever happened in this bedroom, it's the linked bedroom through this bathroom and the double mirrors, which I've been told like opens up a portal or something like that. I don't really know, but in this bedroom, I personally have experienced a lot of sleep paralysis, sometimes clusters 3 or 4 times a night if I sleep in this bedroom. Now, the only person that is reported to have passed away in here was a girl in the late 70s. She was about 7 years old, and she died of a very high-grade fever in her sleep. In addition, a few weeks after moving in, my dog would go through a rapid health decline one day. I saw him and he was fine. A few hours later, I discovered him in this bedroom, panting, and his tongue was purple, and within a few hours, he would be dead at the vet. The week before, he had a perfectly good bill of health, and his blood work showed no sort of toxins in it that would have led to a death like that. So back here is an incident that occurred after we moved in. An individual that we do know was staying in this room back in here, and they shot themselves at around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. It was accidental, however, even weeks, months, and just even now, there's still remnants of the aftermath. A lot of the carpets have been replaced. The only carpets that haven't been replaced are the ones that you're seeing right now, and that is some of the aftermath of that incident. And there is the bullet hole still in the ceiling. And that's about all I can say about that on this platform. Lastly, this is something I always try and show you guys on my live streams, and it never lets me. The reception in my phone always drops and doesn't pick up until I get far away from this box. But essentially, these have been found stashed in various areas, such as the crawl space, in boxes up in that room you need an 8-foot ladder to get to.
So as you just heard from Slamori, a lot of remains were found on the land and in the house going back from the 70s. After an intense research check on the property and the surrounding land, it became abundantly clear why his house was haunted, and over the following 10 years, Slamori would go on to capture and document a lot of paranormal activity, proving that life indeed does go on after death. One night, Slamori decided to do a live stream 2:30 in the morning in the woods that is located behind the house. And this is what happened. Watch.
The following is footage from a live stream I did last year. The time was about 2:30 in the morning. I've never posted this full incident until now. Hello? Hello? What the fuck? Nope. Fuck. Come on, bro. What is going on here? Huh. Yo, fuck this thing.
As he filmed the area behind the house, his camera started glitching. We've seen this happen a lot when spirits are near. Also, in the video, you can hear whispers, and don't forget, this is the area where the remains of a little girl were found in the 70s. Slamori tries his best to keep the camera steady, but the whispers start to surround him. It's quite possible that more deaths happened on the land that went unreported. And then the swing starts moving in the background. And he didn't know it at the time, but this would go on to become a common occurrence. And then of course, the worst possible thing that could happen at that moment happens. Slamori's flashlight turns off. Another night, After a long day at work, Slamori hears a weird noise which prompts him to start recording.
Yo. Why the... Yo. Okay. Yeah. No. Yo. We're gonna go ahead and head outside, but first I got... Yo. What? I don't even know if that... I think I'm... We're gonna go ahead and head outside, but first I got... Yo. What? I'm fucking losing my damn mind right now. Wait a minute. Are y'all serious right now?
Something was definitely stalking Slamori in his home on that night. Even Slamori's dog Loki could sense that something else was in the home. On Slamori's TikTok account, He has multiple videos of his dog Loki reacting and sometimes being afraid of the spirits all around them. We all know that cats and dogs can sense and hear things that us humans just can't. But most days in Slamori's household, the activity was just so loud that it was plainly obvious to anyone listening.
But I'm not like doing anything jacked up. So here, he has no shot collar, no shot collar at all. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off just so you'll know that there's nothing there. Come on, bud. Hey, it's okay. It's okay, buddy. Tail down. Oh, I posted it. See, me and him both heard that shit. And see, now he's gonna fucking run and leave me up here like a douchebag. See? Straight up.
Day or night, it didn't matter. Paranormal activity happened regardless. And then things started to get worse. Because of his social media following and all the videos he was uploading, something in the house changed. Up until now, the spirits were content with letting themselves be heard and known. But maybe because of either all the cameras and recording, or maybe because Slamori started communicating more with the ghosts, I don't know. But whatever the reason, the activity in the household shifted and became menacing and felt evil. Slamori started to feel unsafe in his own home, especially at night or when he was alone. And then something started to seek him out. Watch.
This house harbors a lot of dark secrets. And a lot of weird things have happened here. What the fuck? A lot of disturbing things have happened here.
In this, there's all upside down.
I'm trying to find this question that keeps fucking popping up. That was not settling. That was a fucking... That was loud as shit. there's anyone here, can you turn the flashlight off?
So as Slamori is walking around the home, he can hear sounds and voices at every turn. In a moment, suddenly, Slamori starts to run and hides as something can be heard walking around as if it's looking for him. Watch.
Yo. Listen, if you're in here, you need to sound off now. Yo. Yo, there is something fucked up going on inside that fucking house tonight. Like, I don't even fucking...
So the weird thing about somebody firing a gun in your home at 2:33 a.m. in the morning is the fact that you do not realize what has occurred unless there are more shots that follow it. If there is just one, by the time you wake up, that sound has long gone. It's muffled in the home. It's very loud, but it's gone very quickly. So that being said, everybody did wake up when this individual shot themselves, but it was kind of one of those, I'm up, okay, I'm asleep kind of things. And it wasn't until this person got out of the shock-like state that they were in, and they had been running through the house for about 10 minutes. And even at that, no one woke up, because it wasn't until he started beating on doors and screaming, I need help, that everybody woke up. That being said, the reason why I haven't talked about this is I'm not sure how much of the details that I can actually give you before this video gets taken down, A, and B, I am one of the people that had to clean up the aftermath of it upstairs. And I'll say this, weeks and months down the road from something like this happening in your home, you still tend to come across bits and pieces. And that's the reality of it. And you might think, hey, that's a dead leaf dried up in the corner, but that's not a dead leaf dried up in the corner. That's just something that you missed. That being said, this individual did live, thank God, but it's just one more thing in the home to add to the bad blood of the property, including the 2 bodies found out back, including the mysterious things that happened in that low-lying area and the tree line. There's just a lot of weird stuff. Even the artifacts that are found around the property speak for themselves. This place has always been one of those places that's just got some bad juju, and I haven't gotten to the bottom of it yet, but we will get there.
The following short clip is of Slamori seeing a shadow figure down the corridor just before the clip cuts. As Slamori zooms in and shines the flashlight on the shadow figure, the entity sinks low and tries to hide. So when Slamori and his wife moved into the property, they found a lot of mysterious items not usually found in homes. Here's a short video of some of the items and where they were found. When you watch this, if anyone out there knows why and what some of these items could be used for, then drop your thoughts down in the comments section below. Also, listen out carefully. A disembodied female's voice can be heard saying choke, and immediately after the word is whispered, Slamori starts choking.
It would be one thing if they were just scattered around the property, like in different areas, you know, but the fact that these were boxed up, shit like that. Is that a fucking shit? That's gotta be like a turd. It's like a sweet taste in the back of my throat. As I was talking about, these were found is up in the tops of these rafters. That didn't always used to be there. There were cubbies inserted back into there where there were things. Some of them were found up there as well, and in other areas such as the attic storage that this house has. So you've got tails, you've got dead bugs and fishing lures, you've got skulls and hip bones, you've got bits of trees, you've got more dead bugs, you've got hoofs. In that box, I believe it's dead cicadas. You've got more dead bugs and more boxes. This one, I am narrating at this point because every time I get anywhere close to this thing, it just makes me start coughing. It's got a real sweet, pungent odor that just hits you in the back of the throat and it sticks, makes you feel like you're having an asthma attack. So at this point, I'm just holding my breath, showing you what's in this specific one. I didn't have any issues until I opened that, so I have no idea what that's about. What is up, you guys? I know it's been a while since we've been able to do this, but I just came across a lot more information that I feel like I should come forward about this property. So I found out this was not the original house that was in this spot. The house that was originally in this spot got moved over that way, and that's not even the house that was originally in this spot. That house has been torn down. However, so we all know about the two bodies that were discovered underneath the hot tub, and we know about the bodies in the master bedroom and the bodies upstairs and the events that happened in that room up there. That room is the one that happened while I was here. This right here is the propane tank, all right? So when they were excavating for this propane tank, not only when they were excavating for this propane tank did they find multiple bodies, the owner of the company that was in charge of installing this propane tank and linking it up to the house came back from lunch, left his truck here, and they were loading bones into his truck, and he said, I don't give a shit what y'all do, I'm leaving, but by the time I get back, those bones better be back in the ground. Well, they never put them back in the ground, so I don't really have any more information than that. But when the house that was originally in this location was moved that way, they were just tearing up grave markers out the wazoo. There were memorials and grave markers that had been grown over and overgrown, and they built on top of those originally. And when they came back, they had to do an undercut, which is why you see some stone just sitting outside right here along the side. There's stone all the way under the house because of how close we are to the water table. When they did that and they went down 4 or 5 feet of an undercut, they just started bringing up bones and skulls and all types of stuff, and there is no accurate number on that. So be patient, and I will try and get as much more information on that as I possibly can. Until then, stay safe. the fuck, dude? Nope.
Now, are you starting to realize just how much tragedy and sadness happened on this land? Also, to make things even worse, the souls who were laid to rest on this land didn't even get a proper burial. They were buried in mass graves and built on top of. Then, years after, this place of rest was disturbed and the remains were discarded, thrown into the back of a truck and dumped into a river. It's no wonder that this land and house is haunted. Whatever happened here many years ago, I don't think we'll ever find out. But it's clear that the spirits are angry and they want revenge. I hope for their sake and for Slamori's that someday they'll find the light and move on. So there you have it, folks. I've shown you just a few of Slamori's videos, but on his TikTok and YouTube channel, he has many more. But as of February this year, Slamori shared his last upload. He gave us 10 years of paranormal content, not to mention all of his other themed videos. So as a thank you to Slamori, I'm going to ask that if you haven't already, to jump on over to his account. The name is on screen, and even though he's stopped posting for now, there's always a chance that the man might return. So do me a favor, after you finish watching my video, drop Slamori a comment or two, but don't forget to tell him the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you. Paranormal Breakdown. For our next chapter, we're checking back in with an old friend, Nick Perry, who is the owner of the YouTube channel, The Hooker. Now, it's been about 6 months since I last featured Nick, and since then, unfortunately, things in Nick's life and world have spiraled down. If you're new to the channel, here's a quick reminder. Nick first appeared on social media 2 years after having a strange experience on the infamous stretch of road, Dyer Lane, in 2019 in Roseville, California. If you haven't heard about Dyer Lane, it's said to be one of the most haunted locations in California. That's because there have been many road traffic fatalities. Also, back in the day before the settlers came to California, the hills and valleys around Dyer Lane in Sacramento were home to the Maidu Native American tribe who were forced off their land brutally. Also, much later in the 1930s and 40s, the Ku Klux Klan, or the KKK, held secret meetings and committed lynchings there. There are many more reported deaths on Dyer Lane, which can all be researched. All that history, bloodshed, accidents, deaths and despair over the years have caused Dyer Lane and its surrounding areas to become very haunted. And it was in this very same stretch of road that Nick had his first paranormal experience, which I showed in a previous video. And something followed him home. And ever since that night, Nick's home and life have been turned upside down by something evil. Nick has filmed a shadow figure in his bathroom and walking around his home. Also, one of his bedroom mirrors were cracked after something banged on it, and then the door knocking started. Then something started messing with Nick's belongings in his garage, and furniture started moving. The haunting progressively got stronger from October 2021 right up to March 2023, when Nick and his wife Sarah moved out and into their home, thinking that the paranormal would become a distant memory.
Check it out. What? We're in our fucking new place. So let's do a tour of our new rich and famous house in Citrus Heights, California. Here's the living room where we will live and stuff. There's my wife, where she belongs, in the kitchen. I'm just kidding. We have the master bedroom, because I am the master, and this is where I will bed.
Well, masturbate?
And masturbate. Yes, that's what they call the master bedroom.
Yes. No, babe.
Well, I'm doing push.
No, you're not.
What do you mean? Oh. I'm not.
I know.
Yes, so hopefully this place will be ghost-free forever.
The move went smoothly, and the couple were at last happy, and it showed. As you've travelled down the paranormal path with me, we've learned a lot together. We've seen and researched so many cases and families. Some of them are the lucky ones, and escape out of the grasp of the paranormal. And then there are the unlucky ones, and Nick and his wife Sarah fall into the latter, because just 3 months later, Nick reported hearing and seeing familiar sights and sounds. The paranormal activity was well and truly back. You see, sometimes it's not the house that is haunted, but rather the person or the homeowner. And Nick thinks and senses that he does in fact have an attachment to the entity in his home. So the last time I featured Nick, he mentioned that he doesn't feel safe in his home. The activity has gotten worse. The haunting is demonstrating all the old traits that happened in the old home, but now with the added fact that his wife is starting to get affected too. In the kitchen there are double doors that have started banging really loud.
I heard something at the door again. Where's my fucking... What's the gun gonna do? Oh, shit. The fuck? Dude, what the fuck, man? Who's in my garage? Whoever it is needs to fucking leave. Oh, fuck that shit. I'm fucking out of here. I'm leaving. I'm out.
A new and disturbing occurrence has started happening to Nick. Every now and then, Nick hears the sound of his own voice calling out to him, which really freaks him out.
I just got home, and as I was walking in, I heard some banging noises in here. So that's why I'm setting up the camera right now to find out, what the fuck it is. Max, shut up. Ain't nobody here. The fuck? The hell's up against the fucking wall? Max, shut up. Ain't nobody here. The fuck? The hell's up against the fucking wall?
In the last few videos that Nick has shared with us, he's started to look more and more fed up and distant. And a lot of his viewers have noticed too. But unfortunately, when you put your life on show, people will air their opinions. And sadly, some people have commented that Nick looks like he's using drugs. Other people didn't hold back too, and were very rude towards the way he looks. And this is why people don't want to share their videos online. Please try to understand that the paranormal affects people in many different ways. Only a few of you will ever understand what I mean, because having a ghost, poltergeist or demon invade your home is absolutely terrifying. It turns hardened men into nervous wrecks, and it causes arguments in relationships. Nick works during the days, and he gets woken up most of the night, and as you'll soon see in the following videos, Nick starts to look more and more tired and disheveled. Also, things started to affect his wife, but we didn't notice it because she's rarely on camera. And as time goes by, Sarah's mental state starts to decline, brought on by the paranormal activity in their home.
It's 2 in the fucking morning, and I'm in my car in the garage. Can't sleep. I keep hearing things. My wife, she's been drinking a lot lately to where she just fucking passes out. And I think it's because she might have seen something or heard something. I don't know. She won't fucking talk to me about it. I ask her and she shuts down. I saw something in my room, in the closet. I thought it was a person. I'm in my bathroom that's attached to my bedroom. I keep hearing fucking noises coming from the closet that's just on the other side of this fucking wall. But Sarah's gone. Babe. Babe. Hello? Babe? Max? What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Dude. I thought I heard someone out in the driveway too. Did you fucking see that? Someone's in my fucking closet. What the fuck? I have a fucking weapon around. Who's here? Who's here? Hello? Oh, Jesus fuck. Goddamn, man, what the fuck? Max, come here. Max. Maxie boys, come on. Come on, Max. Max. Come on, Maxies, come on. Come on, Maxies. Come on. Come on.
Very recently, Nick invited a Catholic bishop and a priest into his home to help. They blessed the home, blessed Nick and his wife Sarah, and they even blessed Max the dog. But unfortunately, it didn't make one bit of difference. It could be because the haunting is just too strong now, so multiple visits are needed from the church. Or it could be because Nick doesn't believe in God and religion, as he states in his video.
I should never fucked with that Ouija board.
So remember I said that Nick's wife Sarah has started to change and get affected? Well, a couple of months ago, Sarah started drinking heavily until passing out. This is very much not the Sarah that Nick knows and loves. And then she started being very mean and angry towards him.
Fuck off! I fucking hate you!
What is your problem? I haven't done anything!
I fucking hate you! Fuck off! Fuck you!
Go away, please.
I'm gonna go away, I'm gonna go away forever, and I...
Stop!
And then Nick woke up one day and saw Sarah standing still in the darkness, looking at something in the corridor. Nick said, as he walked up to Sarah, he heard her talking to someone. I want you to know that I'm not being disrespectful or trying to embarrass anyone, and Nick knows I would never do that anyway. I'm documenting the gradual decline of two people's lives, personalities and mental states, brought on because of the paranormal activity. And then, sadly, over the next couple of weeks, Sarah's mental state sharply went into a freefall.
heard some noise as I got into the garage. Babe? 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 So, my wife decided to, check herself in. It's been there for a couple weeks now. Things went south. Really south. I haven't even had a chance to look over that footage yet, but I keep hearing like a man's voice. Not a kid. Hello? Hello? Nobody better be in my fucking house. Did I already check in there? I don't remember. What the fuck? I know I heard a fucking voice. Hey. Oh shit! What the fuck?
So by the time Nick uploaded his most recent video, Sarah had been in the facility for a month, and the doctors say that she's doing much better. That could be either because of the medication or because she's out of the house. Either way, Nick got some troubling news that Sarah doesn't want to return back to the home. Instead, she mentioned Washington and family, which is over 700 miles away from Nick and their marriage. Nothing is written in stone just yet, so I hope Nick and Sarah can save their marriage. All this time, Nick has been alone, and I can really see just how sad he is. Nick started hearing voices coming from somewhere in his house, and so, with his camera out, he started checking all the rooms one by one for any intruders. Watch.
Keep hearing noises. I could have sworn I heard somebody talking out here. Fuck. What the fuck? What the fuck happened to my TV? What the fuck? Where the fuck did it drop? Shut the fuck up. Hey, Nick.
With everything that's happened to Nick and Sarah over the last few years, Nick has made the decision to stop recording. It's no wonder that Nick has decided to take down the cameras, because he spends hours and hours looking through footage, which has made him paranoid. It's been a couple of weeks now since Nick's last video, and for now, his relationship with Sarah is uncertain. Only time will tell, and the next few days and weeks will get our answers. As for Nick, he's still all alone and is still experiencing paranormal activity. So as soon as I hear anything about the paranormal research team that are coming to investigate Nick's house, or about any new updates from Nick, I will let you know. So in the meantime, if you're new to Nick's channel, The Hooker, why not go back to the very beginning and watch his haunting from the very start? The name is on screen. Nick is all alone and very afraid and vulnerable at the moment, so he could really do with a pick-me-up. So when you jump on over to his channel, drop Nick a comment or two, but when you get there, don't forget to tell him the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you. Message from the other side. Our next case is quite a sad one. We're jumping over to TikTok for this one to visit a young woman called Brooke. Brooke lives with her mum and a younger sister, and last year her whole world came crashing down all around her when her father very sadly passed away. To Brooke, her father was her hero. He was always there for her when she needed him. Also, he was very funny and always acted silly just to keep a smile on Brooke's face. The whole family are a tight-knit bunch, but it really impacted heavily the most on Brooke when her loving dad passed away. That was 1 year ago, and the pain and sadness that Brooke felt when her dad passed on is still just as raw and just as painful. The hole that was left in Brooke's life, as well as the family's, when they lost their hero, has never gone away, and as you're about to see in the next few videos, the void has only got bigger. And recently, because of some strange and creepy activity, Brooke has been thinking about her dad a lot more. And now she's having a very hard time, having to face facts that she'll never see him again, never be able to hear another terrible dad joke, never laugh at his silly dancing, and will never be able to give her dad a hug. But like I said, recently there's been a series of strange and creepy occurrences that have happened in Brooke's home, and even though on the whole the activity might seem scary and strange, to Brooke it has given her a glimmer of happiness and comfort. It all started on Brooke's birthday. Brooke's mum and sister and Jackie, her best friend, were all together to celebrate the special day that was tinged with sadness because it was Brooke's first birthday without her dad. As the family all sang happy birthday to Brooke, and the birthday girl blew out her candles and made her wish, when it was time for presents, Brooke's mum handed her daughter a beautiful gift.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bricky. Happy birthday to you. Make a wish. Make a wish. Make a wish.
And many more.
Right.
Almost.
Whoa. All right, Jackie, can you turn the light on?
Yes.
All right.
Did you enjoy
Yeah.
it? I did.
Did you?
Yes.
Present time. Where's your present?
Amazon's delivering it.
I'm sure, Jackie, you?
I'm taking for
Oh, for God. I don't want to know. I don't want to know the details. All right, here, honey. This is, the girl's got to have a present. This is from me. Yeah.
Did you know? How cute. Should we cut the cake?
Yeah. Jackie, you want to get a knife? Press its pause, sweetie.
Hey kiddo, hope you're doing well. I'm feeling much, much better now, so whenever you can, just come visit me, okay? Okay?
As Brooke opened the box, she pulled out a Build-A-Bear, which was dressed like her dearly departed dad, glasses and hat and all. It was a beautiful gift, and immediately the room fell silent as Jackie and Brooke's sister realized the significance of the bear and watched as Brooke held back her tears. Then her mum told Brooke to press the teddy bear's paw, and suddenly a recording of her dad's voice started to play, and instantly Brooke breaks down. The pain is too much for her. The room is completely silent, and even Jackie, her best friend, looks upset. You see, love is a powerful emotion. Nothing can stop it, and nothing compares to it. Love can span great distances, and love can move mountains. A father's love is a very powerful force, and Dad found a way to let his little princess know that he was right there with them. Watch.
Do you want a big piece? How big do you want?
Hey kiddo, hope you're doing well. I'm feeling much, much better now, so whenever you can, just come visit me, okay? Okay?
Shut up. No way. That has not worked. That has not worked.
As Brooke holds her bear and cries into it, suddenly, in the distance you can hear a siren. But the sound isn't a passing ambulance or a squad car. Instead, it's coming from the other room. You see, Brooke's father used to collect model fire trucks because he used to be a firefighter. And as all four ladies walk into the next room, they are amazed to see that one of the model fire trucks has turned on by itself, and its siren can be heard. Immediately, Brooke's sister says out loud, "That has not worked." Then a second siren turns on too. Brooke later goes on to say that they've never heard the truck's siren before because the truck wasn't working. So who turned on the fire truck? You can't tell me that this was a coincidence. Think about it. A truck that's never worked before, in a room with no one in it, suddenly turns on. And not just on any random moment. The truck turns on just as Brooke is holding the bear that is dressed like her dad and is crying on her birthday. Brooke and her family, as well as her friend Jackie, all believe 100% that Dad was there for his little angel's birthday. But what do you think? I really want to get your opinions on this one. I'd like to gauge what percentage of my viewers believe in the paranormal versus how many are skeptics. So let me know if you believe her dad really was there in spirit, or do you believe that this was all just one random coincidence, be it an amazing one, but a coincidence all the same? I'll be waiting for your comments. That night, Brooke was very emotional, happy that her dad had given her a sign that he was there, but also very sad that she couldn't see him or hug him. She now truly believed that Dad was with her in spirit, but the pain got even deeper because Brooke heard a phone ringing from her bedroom, and when she checked the phone, there was a message displayed on the screen. It read, "One missed call," and when she opened it, she couldn't believe what she was seeing. The one missed call was from her dad, and it was from just a few minutes ago.
I just missed a call from my dad. He's been gone. Like, I just heard his voice one more time.
And that's when things started to turn weird, because as Brooke lies on her bed, probably texting her best friend Jackie, suddenly this happens. Watch. Now things start to get creepy, and it only gets worse. As Brooke hears the teddy bear turning on, and the recording of her dad's voice can be heard. As Brooke walks towards her bear, the camera's mic picks up static interference. This usually happens during the times when paranormal activity peaks. We all know about ghosts and electrical devices. Well, again, this can't be a coincidence. When studying paranormal activity, and after seeing thousands of cases, you start to see patterns and similarities. I do believe that Brooke's dad was there in spirit, but there's something about the missed call and the bear turning on in the bedroom that feels different to me, like something pretending to be her dad. And then things get even creepier. After putting the bear back, Brooke fell asleep and woke up a few hours later, freezing cold. Everyone was fast asleep, and she could hear the sound of tapping on a bedroom closet door, and the door handle started to shake, and so she picked up her phone and started to record. Watch. As she's recording, the closet door slowly starts to open. And then, to her horror, the other door starts to open too. There are also a lot of creaks and cracks, as something can be heard moving around the bedroom. And then you hear the door handle of a third door, as something pushes it open. Brooke is filled with terror, and her fight or flight reflexes turn on as she runs out of the bedroom. After this video, Brooke said that at that moment she felt very scared, and goes on to say that she knows that this wasn't her dad, because he wouldn't scare her like that, because the energy and the atmosphere in the bedroom felt completely different. She said it felt dark, and she asked for help from any spiritualists or mediums. So who or what was there that night in Brooke's bedroom? I believe Brooke's dad did in fact send her a sign. After all, his ashes are kept in the house. But I also believe that something else, be it a ghost, evil spirit or a demon, was also drawn there. So only time will tell. Brooke hasn't uploaded any updates as of yet, but as soon as I hear anything, I will let you know. The name is on screen. But don't forget to tell her the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you. The Kitchen Ghost. For our next paranormal serving, we're staying with TikTok and visiting the Hamley family. The Hamley family are well known on TikTok. Mum Katie and Dad Trey love everything to do with Disney, toys, food, and games. They often upload videos about family trips to Disney World and other family-themed parks and holidays. They make videos on cooking, unboxing toys, funny family pranks and challenges, reaction videos, skits, and vlogs. Katie is also an artist, and she's often seen on TikTok painting or creating artwork that's inspired by her family outings. And her husband Trey is a gamer, and he's often seen with his headset on, gaming on his PC. The K&T family account is a wholesome, funny family channel, but the family first became well known for something altogether different. That's right, their home is haunted, and that's the main topic that they're known for. When I say their home, technically the majority of their paranormal content happens in and around the kitchen. Watch.
Lunch is served.
Go away. Go away.
sometimes the activity can get a little worrying. We've seen many cases and videos of ghosts and evil spirits turning on lights and switches, opening and closing doors, and, more seriously, we've seen and heard ghosts turning on microwaves and ovens. And the Hamilton family experienced this worrying activity too.
He's not catching ball with you?
Yeah.
Do you need someone to play ball?
Baba, it's gonna be broken. It's gonna be broken. It's gonna be broken.
Even though having a ghost in their home can be a little scary at times, especially for the kids. Over the years, the family have gotten used to sharing their home, but things could be a lot worse. At least the ghost, if it is just one, at least it stays in the kitchen, at least for now anyway. But one thing it doesn't like, and that is when the family ignore it. And that's when the activity gets weird. One night in February 22, the couple were playing DBD when suddenly something strange occurred. Before it happened, there were knocks and taps, but Katie and Trey kept ignoring what was happening behind them. Then, something happened that finally got their attention. Watch.
How was that? All right, now we're in a game. How was that? How was that? The ingredients are just obscene. So. Yeah, getting the ingredients for the anti-venom potions is just ridiculous. You have to grow magic trees, harvest the roots. It's just so annoying, so I might as well just go for the tier 3 fragment. I feel like it's gonna be better. But that's gonna take time. I don't know what I'm gonna put the experience from these lamps into either. I'm gonna get for these fossils. It's like one of the good things about
being a paranormal channel and also being on TikTok, you're going to get a lot of skeptics, which is part and parcel of having a community, right? So every now and then, Katie and Trey have to prove that the activity is real. A lot of fake channels and accounts use fishing wire or thread, and if you dim the lights or use a filter of some kind, it's easy to fake paranormal activity. So the couple show that there's no wires or contraptions on the door, and the footage is uncut, no edits.
All right, TikTok, here's our door. Hinges. to the ground. Okay. The handle up, behind, and down. Okay, that's everything.
Can you close the door? Yes.
Can you close the door? Pretty please?
Then one night, it finally happened. The activity switched rooms. This had never happened before, and up until this night, the activity and the spirit always remained in the kitchen. But late one night, Trey heard footsteps outside the bedroom door, and so he picked up his phone to record. This was the turning point, and that was the first and only time that the entity ventured out of the kitchen and into the couple's bedroom. The video itself might not have shown a great deal of activity, but for Katie and Trey, it was the first time that they felt real danger. Imagine how you'd feel. You're laying in your bed, fast asleep, and you wake up to footsteps outside your bedroom door. Your bedroom is supposed to be like a safe haven, a place where you feel safe and can relax. So imagine how it felt when the door opened up by itself and footsteps came into the room. That night, things changed. The activity evolved, and the couple knew it. If the entity could open the bedroom door and walk in, then what's stopping it from doing the same thing to the kids? So they made their arrangements, and 5 months later, the couple were packed and ready to move and shared their final dance in their old haunted home. So the Hamley family moved out and into a new home. And good news, since moving into their new home, they haven't reported any paranormal activity. It's been 2 years now, and I'm happy to tell you that they don't post any paranormal activity anymore. I wish Katie and Trey all the luck and good fortune to come, because they deserve it. If you want to watch the rest of the paranormal videos, because I didn't show them all, then jump on over to their account. The name is on screen. But don't forget to tell them the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you. If you've seen something scary, creepy, or amazing, and you captured something paranormal on camera, or you might be unlucky enough to live in a haunted house and you need some help and advice and you think you're all alone, well, you're not. Project Dark Knight Horror is here for you. So send in your videos, links, emails, and recommendations to Project Dark Knight. The email is on screen. Thank you. Rocky versus Ghost. For this chapter, we're traveling to France to visit a man called Rocky. Now, Rocky has a YouTube channel that goes by the same name, Ghost Rocky 666, but he's more active on TikTok. His paranormal footage dates back to 2021, when he decided to upload to social media to ask for help. So sit back, get comfy, as we traverse the paranormal path and investigate the haunting of Ghost Rocky 666. Rocky's TikTok account is predominantly about the paranormal. He does try to make other themed videos, but the activity was just constant, and so he uploaded mostly about the activity in his home. Rocky's girlfriend lives with him, and he also has 3 dogs that always bark when the paranormal activity is happening, which is a lot. And his neighbors started complaining about the noise, especially the loud thumping on the walls and the bangs on the doors, as well as the noises late at night from the attic. And so he had to start documenting his haunting to prove to his neighbors, friends and the police, as well as his relatives, that he himself is the victim of the paranormal. Rocky also has an angry spirit which haunts his kitchen too, and his kitchen chairs are always moving or falling over, which you'll soon see. Also, his kitchen cupboards open and close by themselves, and dishes, cups and tins fly out onto the floor. He also has activity in the living room, as well as upstairs on the landing. But Rocky also has a basement ghost, which is either a woman or a young girl, and in the following videos, Rocky manages to capture its voice, and to hear it is really creepy. In the following video, Rocky starts recording because something is moving the door handle from inside the kitchen, and his dogs are locked on, listening to the sounds. Watch.
Alors je filme parce qu'il y a encore des phénomènes paranormaux. Il y a le petit jouet là-bas qui s'est allumé, là, le petit zèbre. C'est quoi de ça? Y'a quelqu'un? Putain. Hallucinant. Je ne sais pas pourquoi. Ça n'arrête pas. C'est pas vraiment des trucs vides. Putain, c'est quoi de ça encore? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Un truc qui c'est pas possible. Et voilà, c'est que qu'est-ce que je disais? C'est pas vrai ça. Je sais pas si je l'ai tourné en vidéo, mais depuis tout à l'heure en fait, ça recommence. C'est toujours sur la poignée de la porte. Je sais pas ce qui se passe ici, mais ça se concentre en fait dans le salon, plus dans la cuisine. Faut savoir, c'est ce qu'il y a une cave en dessous de la cuisine en fait. Ça pourrait... Putain, ça pourrait peut-être venir là. C'est quoi ce bordel là?
after a few months of door knocking and door handles moving, the activity started to get stronger.
Il se passe encore des choses. Putain, il y avait encore ce truc qui s'allumait. Putain, j'en ai marre. Y a quelqu'un ici? Oh putain! Je suis là.
Remember at the start of this chapter, I told you that the neighbor complained about the banging on the walls? Well, in the following video, you get a sample of it. Imagine that you're lying in your bed late at night and something starts banging on the walls. This is one of the reasons why Rocky had to start recording the activity. The activity went from strength to strength and it got louder and louder. Listen to how hard the bangs are.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça encore là? Y'a quelqu'un ici? Oh, putain. Montrez-vous. Je vous veux pas de mal. Oh putain.
During this time, Rocky had a knife block which was kept in the kitchen. But knives kept flying out of the block and onto the floor, and so he collected all the knives and put them all in one drawer for safety. But ever since then, something keeps opening the drawer that has the knives in, meaning it is aware of its surroundings, and it remembers, and it means it's intelligent. People think of ghosts as beings that float around invisible, constantly living out their last moments, unaware of the living. Some of that may be true, but as technology improves, we're discovering more and more about ghosts. We know a lot more than we did 50 years ago, and in another 50 years from now, just imagine what you might discover.
Bonsoir à tous. Toujours ces phénomènes. Ça se concentre dans la cuisine apparemment, donc je vais essayer de garder mon calme et essayer de communiquer avec l'entité ou je ne sais quoi qui s'y trouve. Il n'y a pas de trucage, hein. Je préfère vous le dire parce qu'il y a beaucoup de sceptiques dans les commentaires. Donc bonsoir. Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un ici? Ok. Merci. Est-ce que vous voulez vous montrer ou parler, s'il vous plaît? Ok. Je sais pas si faudrait parler ce genre d'esprit. Merci en tout cas. Donc j'ai encore entendu du bruit en bas. Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un par ici? Ok, encore ce fameux tiroir. Si vous me voulez du mal, rouvrez le tiroir s'il vous plaît. Donc vous me voulez du mal. Putain, c'est quoi ça? Ok. Ok, j'arrête.
You see, it's all about energy. And over the last few months, Rocky's ghost went from tapping to turning door handles, from door knocking to thumping on walls and ceilings, from moving chairs to throwing knives, and now it has progressed to actual bodily harm. In the following video, Rocky is in the kitchen recording and talking out loud to the entity, when suddenly he starts to feel a burning sensation on his ankle. And amazingly, you start to see the scratch marks appear in the moment. From absolutely nothing, you see bright red scratch marks appear on camera. Watch.
Il y a beaucoup d'orbes. Manifeste-toi tout de suite. Un truc qui me... Ah oui, effectivement. Oh la vache. Regardez ça, j'ai 3 griffes. Attends, 1, 2, 3. J'ai 3 griffes. C'est toi qui m'as fait ça? Ah. C'est toi qui... Ok. Ça va. Ok, d'accord. Ok, merci. Est-ce que vous pouvez me dire votre prénom, essayer de parler tout près de... Là, j'ai un téléphone. Si vous parlez auprès du micro, peut-être qu'on entendrait votre voix. J'entends des bruits dans la cuisine. Des orbes. Est-ce que vous êtes un enfant? Oh putain. Ok, je pense que je vais arrêter là. Je sais pas si c'est quoi cette entité, mais il me l'a pas envoyé. J'ai pas aimé. Donc voilà, on fait une vidéo parce que on est en train de regarder la télé tranquillement. suis pas tout seul. Hein. Et il s'est passé. C'est quoi ça?
On commence.
Je vais laisser une caméra. Il n'y a personne. C'est qui là qui monte? Ok, d'accord. Donc voilà, ces phénomènes sont de plus en plus fréquents dans cette maison. C'est pour ça que j'ai décidé en fait en nouveauté de mettre une deuxième caméra qui filmera de l'autre côté. On va voir tout de suite qu'est-ce qui s'y passe. Donc voilà, on fait une vidéo parce qu'on est en train de regarder la télé tranquillement. Je suis pas tout seul. Hein. Et il s'y passe. C'est quoi ça?
I've only seen a handful of channels that have the common sense to record both or multiple angles when activity starts. This really helps to weed out the fake channels.
Ça me dit quelque chose, je sais pas. Taper, c'est de frapper dans une porte. Dans la porte là, si c'est possible.
Le placard s'est ouvert.
Ah ouais, je viens de voir. Ok, si c'est ta façon de communiquer, d'accord. Est-ce que tu es une femme? Tu veux communiquer avec nous? Est-ce que je... Il y a des bruits.
Il y a eu un bruit derrière toi.
Je vais surveiller là quand même. Est-ce que tu veux que je m'approche? Franchement, si je m'approche quand même. Je m'approche, mais si tu peux apparaître. Non, j'ai pas envie de... Putain. Calme, calme, on se calme. Ok, je ne veux pas te faire de mal, hein. On veut juste que tu te manifestes, s'il te plaît. Tu n'as rien à faire là. Ah, pareil, je sais pas. Ok, d'accord.
Pas l'air très agréable ce soir. Hein.
Bref, merci. On va stopper là, on va arrêter,
ouais.
c'est mieux.
Oui.
Rocky asks out loud for the spirit to make a noise. Then, immediately he hears something moving on the ceiling. Then, Suddenly, right above him, someone or something hits the lampshade. Now keep your eyes on the Rapunzel doll head and remember which way it's facing. Watch.
Une nouvelle vidéo aujourd'hui, parce que bon, il se passe encore des choses paranormales, on va dire. Il se manifeste. Vous voyez le chien sur le petit meuble, il était debout hier. Je l'ai retrouvé comme ça ce matin. Et j'ai très mal dormi d'ailleurs. Donc, si tu es là, tu peux te manifester s'il te plaît. Est-ce que tu peux faire bouger? Oh putain, c'est quoi? Ok, donc là, t'as voulu faire tomber la lampe sur moi. C'est bien. Tu sais faire bouger une lampe. Est-ce que tu peux refaire bouger le chien, s'il te plaît? Ou autre chose, n'importe. Vas-y. Fais bouger autre chose. Manifeste-toi, s'il te plaît. Oh, j'ai failli me casser la gueule. Ok, d'accord. Oh, j'ai failli me casser la gueule. Ok, d'accord. Oh, putain.
As Rocky addresses the camera, suddenly in front of him, he starts to hear the stairs creaking as something makes its way downstairs.
Donc salut tout le monde, nouvelle vidéo aujourd'hui, ce sera une vidéo YouTube. Comme vous pouvez le voir, je filme en grand écran. Ok. Ok, j'arrête.
Amazingly, as Rocky is addressing the camera, he hears the creaking of floorboards, starting from upstairs, and they get louder and nearer as something walks down.
Donc salut tout le monde, nouvelle vidéo aujourd'hui, ce sera une vidéo YouTube. Comme vous pouvez le voir, je filme en grand écran. Ok, j'arrête.
Whatever the entity is in Rocky's home, it's very comfortable and not afraid to make itself be known. It pushes the metal baby gate open without any difficulty and without a care, so it's very capable of moving and touching objects. The activity with the stairs terrified Rocky, and he mentioned that he had to leave the house for a bit. That had never happened before, and even he said that the spirit is getting more and more bold. Rocky is sure that he has at least 2 spirits in his home. The footage that you just saw on the stairs he believes is the spirit of an adult male. And he also believes that there's a spirit which is either a little girl or a woman, and he manages to capture its voice. So he makes his way down into the basement, which for some reason is where the spirit of the little girl remains.
Bonsoir. Est-ce que vous êtes là? Je dois avoir des réponses sur ce que vous faites ici, bien évidemment. Ce que vous ne voulez. Si vous êtes là pour nous faire du mal, tapez 2 fois. Si vous êtes là pour nous faire du bien, ou sans aucune autre raison, juste parce que vous aimez les lieux, tapez 1 fois s'il vous plaît. Vous faites tomber quelque chose. D'accord. Merci. Donc vous êtes là pour nous faire du... Pour... Oh, je sais pas bien. C'est plutôt rassurant. Est-ce que vous voulez le refaire, s'il vous plaît? Avec un autre objet ou quoi autre?
A broom that's standing against the wall falls on cue as Rocky asks the spirit to do something. Rocky continues to call out to the spirit for the next few minutes without any luck. But he doesn't give up, and his patience finally pays off as something astonishing happens. Watch.
Est-ce que vous pouvez refaire... Vous pouvez refaire... Qu'est-ce que c'est? Est-ce que vous êtes une femme? Si vous êtes une femme, refaites bouger le balai, s'il vous plaît. Est-ce que vous êtes une femme? Si vous êtes une femme, refaites bouger le balai, s'il vous plaît. Parlez-moi, s'il vous plaît. Refaites bouger quelque chose.
This was the first time that Rocky had ever captured anything like this, and he didn't know it at the time, but he would go on to capture it again.
peux jouer avec le cheval, s'il te plaît? Dis-nous qui tu es. C'était quoi ça? C'était quoi ça?
The couple keep calling out to the spirit of the little girl to come forward and not to be afraid. They tell her that she can play with the rocking horse, and they leave a balloon on the floor as a trigger object. Then, the couple notice that the room gets colder and the atmosphere in the room completely changes. The room gets even more silent, and shortly thereafter, in the quiet dark of the living room, the spirit of the little girl calls out. These videos were recorded a few years ago, and Rocky uploaded his last video on the 24th of October 2022 because for some reason Rocky disappeared. I will continue to try to make contact with Rocky, and if I hear anything, I will let you know. So in the meantime, I highly advise you to check out his videos on YouTube and TikTok. The name is on screen. But don't forget to tell him the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you. Hello my friends, and thank you for watching to the very end. I hid a secret word somewhere in the video. Your mission was to find the word along with the timestamp and drop it down below in the comment section. And the first 3 people to comment the right information will get a shout out at the end of the next video. The last video's secret word was afterlife. Well done to the first 3 people to comment the right information. Their names are blue_sky, PB Funstuff4239, and Chris Moore 8710. Well done, and thank you for finding the word. Thank you for watching, and good luck for the next video. Now, stay tuned to find out how you can get more involved with Project Dark Knight behind the scenes. If you've made it to the end, then I salute you. You prove that you're a true fan of horror. So remember, if you're interested in ghosts, poltergeists and demons, cursed objects, haunted houses and randonautica, animal attacks, serial killers and strange dark mysteries, then Project Dark Knight Horror is the channel for you. If you like what you see and you think I deserve it, then can I kindly ask you to press the subscribe button for me? It's absolutely free for you, and just with the click of your finger, you can help my channel grow. And the bigger the channel, the more videos I can make for you. This year, my goal is to hit 500,000 subscribers, so I really could use some help. Before you go, I have 3 more quick things to talk about. First off, if you're a fan of horror, why not join Project Dark Knight on my private Facebook group? There, you'll be in great company. We have lots of different people from lots of different backgrounds, from lots of different countries. But we all share one thing in common, and that is our love for horror. So click the link in the description section and join the group, and let's have some fun. Next, if you didn't know, I've designed some merch. I've combined my love for horror with my love for all things urban, and what you see is the finished product. So, if you want to grab a piece of Project Dark Knight history, the link is down below. And remember, they are original to the channel and have been designed by myself, the Dark Knight. And Who knows, when my channel blows up, these could become collector items. So grab them while you can. The link is down below. And lastly, I'd like to thank my lovely Patreons who have been a valuable member of Project Dark Knight. Some of the names on this list have been with me from the very beginning. Those names are Thorson Lip, Turtle Chief 9, Laura Rhodey, George Lopez, Donna Sayers, D. Michael Smith, Trumpet, Anna, Honey Badger, Charlie X24, Christy Santi Steven, Are You Voodoo, Jacob Wilk, Archie Kiriakou, Gail Fogelson, David, Nachwolf, Angela Temke, Nick Gaspard, DigDug74, Ashley Small, Laurie Charles 212, The GBM Shop, Annie Blaze, and Cheryl Mingo. Thank you everyone for your kind and generous support, and as a thank you, I'll continue to share my content with you earlier than anywhere else. Also, over the coming months, I'll find new ways to interact with my Patreons even more. So until the next video, from the bottom of my heart to all my lovely loyal Patreons, and also you at home, my dear subscribers, because it's thanks to amazing people like you that keep the engines running at Project Dark Knight. And always remember, you've been watching Project Dark Knight Horror, and I am the Dark Knight, signing off. Peace!
Don't ever laugh as the hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in a big white sheet, from your head down to your feet. They put you in a big black box and cover you up with dirt and rocks.